It's a good strong grip, but you can break it. Here, so what I want to do is I want to keep my head over my grips, 2-on-1 wrist or 2-on-1 wrist and elbow. Number one, have good defense. If Ronan tries to take a shot, I can just follow him down and level change. I'll use this opportunity to switch to like a 2-on-1 on the opposite side. This allows me to move him, go into different follow-up attacks and so on. Alright, so 3, 2, 1. Talking a little bit more about gripping. So this is the same if we're playing like guard or if we're doing stand-up. So I want to keep my elbows as close as I can to my body, and I want to get Ronan's elbows as far away from his body as possible. That's really important. So if I just kind of like extend and I grip, number one, I'm out of position, I can be countered, but number two, my grips aren't going to be as strong. So I'm going to use my footwork and hand fighting for me to get to like 2-on-1 grips. So this could be 2-on-1 wrist or 2-on-1 wrist and elbow. And the next detail I want to give you is, the first one was elbows tight, but I want to bring my head as close as I can over my grips. So what I mean by that is, my head is away from my grips. It's a good strong grip, but you can break it. Here, so what I want to do is I want to keep my head over my grips. It brings me closer to my training partner and it allows me to go into follow-up attacks. So again, Ronan's trying to get some grips. I clear the grip, take a 2-on-1 wrist and elbow. My elbows are nice and tight. My head is over my grips and I'm trying to pull Ronan's elbow away from his body. So if Ronan tries to break the grip, this allows me to move him, go into different follow-up attacks and so on. So again, so I get my 2-on-1 wrist, elbows are close to my body, his elbows are further away from his body, and my head is over my hand. So if you try to move around, try to break the grip, this allows me to go into follow-up attacks. Alright, so if Ronan gets a grip on me, I can use this opportunity for me to strip the grip and then get grips of my own. I want to keep my elbows nice and tight, so I'm not going to be pulled out of position. I'll have stronger grips because of that. I want to put my head over my grips and I want to bring Ronan's elbows away from his body. Let's say I have a 2-on-1 on his left side and then he tries to break it with his right hand. I'll use this opportunity to switch to like a 2-on-1 on the opposite side. So that could be 2-on-1 wrist or 2-on-1 wrist and elbow. So what I want to do is, I'm going to cover distance and I'm going to get Ronan to cover distance by stepping. The detail I want to give you is the head position. So you can see my forehead is in the side of his neck here. So this allows me to, number one, have good defense. If Ronan tries to take a shot, I can just follow him down and level change. And number two, I can step behind Ronan, or I can get Ronan to step for me to go into singles and follow-up attacks. So the head position we want to focus on for this last drill, and then go into follow-up attacks. So.